Today on How Page, we're building a light garden gate without using concrete on either of the posts. The first thing you'll notice is I did pack my posts with a road base. I drilled them out with a 6-inch auger that you can get at Harbor Freight for $240 or something like that. This is the auger that I used to drill those post holes. You also notice the header over the top of the gate. What this does is give the posts more structural stability that way, because they're normally missing that. You get the other structural stability going this way from the boards and the other fence posts, but you need it over the top, at least one side, in order to work without concrete. So on the cuts, you're going to want to make them so that you have the dimensions of the width and the length of the gate that you want. For this simple method, you're just going to overlap them like that, which will give you a box that's dimensions for the width and length of your gate. One key point is to imagine that you are going to have to hang the gate, so leave a small amount, maybe an inch or two, depending on the type of hinge you're going to use or the method you're going to use for hanging it, smaller on the width of the gate, since you have room to open and close. So I got the gate corners all the 90 degrees with that single screw in them, had to push, and I misspoke in the last video. It's not property of squares, it's property of rectangles, and the corners then have to be square if the diagonals are of equal length, which these ones are both 7, 10, and a half. So now I'm gonna put a second or third screw in each corner to secure it in a square. As far as making the gate square, making sure that both of your pairs of boards, both the height and width boards, are exactly the same length helps. And then what I did is one screw in each corner to start, and then I'm going to rack the frame until my diagonal measurements, the distance from this across, is the same as that diagonal distance. And by the property of squares, you're going to have a square object if the diagonals are equal length. I keep saying square, but I mean square angle, square corners, 90 degrees. So I have 2 screws now in each corner, but that's not enough to hold it during gate use. So we're going to put a diagonal brace across. It's going to run from the bottom of the hinge side up to the top of the non-hinge side. And to measure it out, you can do a lot of math, or you can just take the board that's a little bit longer than the diagonal length there, and we're going to mark it, set it on top of these braces, and we're going to mark here and here, and then we're going to cut it across and do the same over there. If you mark your cuts right, you should sit down right against there and overcut a little bit here. All right, and then we're just going to screw here and over there. Now it'll hold everything into a square. Now's a good time to check it in the opening, and at this point you could cover the gate with your chicken wire or whatever you're going to use to prevent things from getting in, but I'm actually going to hang the gate first and then do that. So now use something to prop up just under the gate, whatever clearance you want, so that your gate is level, and then we're going to screw the hinges in and hang it. If I was buying new hinges, I'd probably buy them a little bit longer of a strap here, but this is what we had, so that's what we put on. And now that we have the gate swinging here, we need to put a little stopper so that the gate doesn't break from the force of swinging back on the hinges. So there we go. Attach the chicken wire along the bottom and the top, stapled down across the cross piece, and added a cheap latch. Got these laying around and a bolt. And there she is, complete. If you like it, subscribe.